Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today's card is going to be a card that I'm going to be giving to my customers who purchased from me in the month of March. So it's my customer appreciation card. It's a super cute card featuring the basket bunch bundle, which you can find in our occasions catalog. So let's get started. I'm using our Whisper White note card in envelopes, which you can find in our annual catalog. They're already cut and pre-scored, which is really nice. So just take your bone folder and just burnish on that score line. The card measures 3.5 by 5, so I am going to layer a piece of Tangerine Tango onto that card base. This is just a 1/4 inch smaller, so it measures 3.25 by 3.25 by 4 3/4. So just layer that onto your card base. And the note cards, it comes 22 a pack, so you get 20 note cards in matching envelopes. So I love them. They're a go-to size favorite of mine. If you follow me, you know that this is a fun size. Next thing I'm going to do is I've cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This measures 3 inches by 4.5, excuse me. And this is where we're going to do our stamping. So here is the basket bundle. A basket bunch bundle, so you will receive the matching framelits, and you're going to want to grab the 2 pieces that create the basket and then the framelit that cuts out the carrot. So we're going to first create the basket, and you will want to grab some crumb cake cardstock. I'm using the same color to build both pieces. If you want a contrasting color, you can add a darker color for the top piece and the lighter color for the bottom, or vice versa, however you want it. I'm just doing the same color. So I've got my big shot with the magnetic platform, and I'm just going to run that through, and it will cut out the pieces really nicely. So there you see it. I'm going to take my paper piercing tool and just punch out those little bits that didn't come out. This tool is perfect for that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to layer that top basket onto the solid piece. I'm going to use snail. I really didn't mind that you could see the adhesive through it. If you want to use like the fine tip glue pen, you can, but snail worked perfectly for me, and seeing the adhesive through didn't bother me. It kind of gives it a little shine. And now what I'm doing is putting it onto that Whisper White panel, and what I want to do is I want to use a pencil and just lightly mark on the card some guidelines where I'm going to do my stamping. So the carrots are going to be stamped in that basket at varying heights, so that's where I'm going to use those guidelines. So the 2 colors I'm using are Old Olive and our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And what I'm going to do is I am going to ink up the carrot in black ink, and then I'm going to flip it around and just really carefully just get the top part, the carrot top, in the Old Olive. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this, like I said, in varying heights. I'm going to speed this up in just a second, and each card's going to be completely different, so you can kind of experiment. I really don't know how carrots are, and how they lay in a basket. I just kind of imagined, so you can get really artistic and creative. So I'm just stamping until I reach the other side of the basket, and like I said, do them in varying heights, laying in different directions, kind of give it some interest. So you see there, and then you also want to stamp one more carrot on a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, because this is what we're going to be cutting out and laying on top of the basket when we start putting everything together. I'm using our watercolor pencils and an aqua painter. I picked out Pumpkin Pie. Even though this isn't a perfect match with Tangerine Tango, you would never know. So I'm just showing you how to color in the carrots. So you just want to put just a little bit of color on each of the stamped images. And I'm getting my basket back out just to kind of give me a guide, because I don't need to color all of the images. So just put a little bit of color on those carrots. And then I'm taking the aqua painter. I just barely squeezed the barrel where the water is, just to get it flowing. And I am very, very gently coloring on this Whisper White cardstock. You can color on it, you just have to be super careful that you don't put a lot of pressure on there because it can pill. So there's the carrot that I've cut out that's going to be on top of the basket. And now you see I'm just making sure that everything looks good with the basket and my guidelines, and do I need to go back and color any more of the carrots? It doesn't look like I do. So now I'm just going to pop up the basket on dimensionals. And then before I adhere the basket onto the card, I will go ahead and just erase those pencil marks. So I'm just making sure that looks good. So there I go. I'm going to erase them just really gently because I don't want to smear any of the ink that I've just watercolored. And this is a really fun card. I'm going to enjoy making a lot of these for my customers. So I'm just making sure that I've got this lined up straight. And next I'm going to stamp the sentiment below. I'm going to use the Thanks a Bunch, and I'm going to stamp that in Old Olive. So you see there. So this stamp set has a lot of versatility. It's perfect for Easter and it's perfect for spring and other occasions. So don't just think of this as an Easter bundle. So it's right there. Now I'm just going to take some mini glue dots and just adhere that carrot just right on top of the basket. I kind of have it laying off to the side. And what I am doing next is taking some Old Olive baker's twine. I'm going to cut about 6 inches and just tie a simple bow, and then I will attach that to the front of the basket using a glue dot. And if you want to, with the basket, if you want to kind of give it where it's grounded on the card, you can use one of the neutral colors of the watercolor pencils and kind of just like gently just put some little marks on the side of each of the basket, and then just color that in so it kind of looks like it's on the ground. And if you need some tips on that, I can show you how to do that. Now I'm just going to cut off the tails, and then I will adhere this on dimensionals to the card base. And when I'm doing that, you'll see when I turn it over that where I did the watercoloring, the cardstock is a little wet. So I'm going to put some extra dimensionals right there just to make sure that it has a lot of support. And so I think I did a total of 6. And then that will just be, or 7, I can't count. And then I'm just going to put that right there in the center of the Tangerine Tango cardstock, and that is it. So I'm going to bring in the original one so that you can see the difference. Each card's going to be completely unique, and like I said, it's a fun card, and I'm going to have a lot of fun making these for all of my customers. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. Head on over to my Facebook page and make sure you like that as well. I've got a free online class for everybody who likes my Facebook page, and share it with friends too. So if you already like it, share it with friends, and I'll send that free class to you also. Bye.